Welcome to one of the league's biggest and finest venues, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Houston Texans and the LA Chargers. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So a rarity for anyone playing Guillotine Bingo. It's a kickoff out of bounds. It's a great field position starting out. All right, let's get this one on the roller, Brock. It is 1st and 10. And his first stop in the game winds up incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anyone on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Back to the air they go on second. Stroud. Catch made by Woody Marks. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best phrase. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
It's this over the middle to Collins. And he's brought down after a short gain. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing a 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball, and that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
The Chargers take over. Now comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product Justin Herbert.
Just ho-hum, more of the same production from Herbert in year 5. In fact, it was the cleanest football of his career, Kate. 23 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. But he's got to check that box of playoff wins. It's not easy to do in this AFC.
Maybe the rest of the game's going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down, with more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. First carry here for the rookie from UNC. He won't be able to get past the line very quickly, Brock. They will be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game. These last 2 snaps will force this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Short pass ball in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, things weren't about to end after the 1st hit or the 2nd. He's not in a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. He was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. The Texans have Jalen Noel at the ready. This was a miss hit, Brock, low and pretty short. And it bounces out of bounds. Looks like they'll have half the field to go as they mark it directly on the midfield stripe. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Marks. He's able to drive that pile of tackle made by Elijah Bolden.
This offense is now left for some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. That drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Running back sets in motion. On the gun, Sprout. The Chargers get home and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, the 1st sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. You're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
Chargers sending out a dime look here into this 3rd down.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to Jarrett Williams, incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You and I know, Kate. It's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 when not called.
Tommy Taylor, too, once again to punt this away. Fields this at the 19. Space pass to 35. And he didn't quite break it, but so excellent return. It gets him up near midfield. The line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Herbert now off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And this one doesn't go far.
I think the defense is still going to turn around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB and tight end? They got that ball out in a hurry.
It's Hampton on 2nd. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders are all over it, so they take him down for a loss. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Well done.
No throw, 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. He's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down. J.K. Scott's on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Gets away, came off his foot wrong instantly, low and short here. And hey, we see all over the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. By this point, partner, they're through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Think it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing in the headsets and they're on the sidelines and in the huddle. Gotta find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. We finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We're back to SoFi right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. They're able to guard into a halt after a pickup of 4.
These are some of the little hidden plays in the game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet. A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
To the air, Stroud. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Schultz with the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. For a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Look at Knox gets it. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought for that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
One defender his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Takes right over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. 18-yard pickup there. And it'll be a first down, Texans. Up the middle, it's Morris. And he's brought down
the run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Stroud has him on a quick hitter, and he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's his running back. And he's tackled for the first down yardage.
A gain of 5. First down, Texans.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that could get some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was waiting for them.
First down, he met. No gain on that first down run. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
Now Brock still awaiting our first points of this game, and we've arrived at our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Stroud. The sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Get into the red zone, every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack. I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, small. Put down defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Up and good from Fairbairn. Now mark their first appearance on Sporting Summary today.
I know once that drive stalls out, that's where really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton, open the drive. They blew up the opening play of this drive. The aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know, what do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them on mistakes. John, well done there.
Well, they've been perfect to that point on the drive. First time we've seen this coverage force them into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Couldn't find Rondé Gadsden the second on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. The Texans going on offense now just before halftime. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they might be able to put a little something together here. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Oh, he got his in his running, and unsurprisingly, falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
A lot of points and a lot of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find the next point in the opening.
Looking 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, is exactly how you get it done.
Third down, run by Morris. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's fourth down. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our studios in Orlando. Scott Hanson with you, and we'll keep it brief because the scoring has been brief. Just one field goal as we play on 3-0. I was promised there'd be touchdowns, so let's find out if we could get one in the third quarter. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hughes.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Quarterback has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down just inside the 25. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Chargers getting set. First and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Ooh, almost to throw the Custom. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. Ooh, my partner is not happy after that one. Throwing entirely off your back foot, Brock. Something quarterbacks normally want to avoid at all costs for fear of, what we just saw there.
Kid, if we go back to recalling games like in the 50s and 60s, we don't see it. It's so much more fundamental back in the day, but so many of the gunslingers of today have gotten away with it. There's so much arm talent, they can throw with poor fundamentals. That's how it nearly cost them.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's 16 yards on that play. That's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10, here's Herbert. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to get passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
It's second and 10 now, ball still at that 39-yard line. Herbert to throw once more. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. Two great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Here he goes, third and long. And the incompletions continue to set up here, Brock. 3 straight plays as a defender knocks it away. Now it's fourth down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond third down today. We just look at that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
Oh, and they're going to fake this one. And no success on the fake punch. That's way too tough to connect on the throw. That's turnover on downs.
A bunch of these punters in the NFL today, I guarantee you, go back in the Wayback Machine, and they were quarterbacks back in high school. The difference now, well, they use their legs a lot more than their arm, and it showed right there. That was a dangerous call to go for it. Try to throw a pass, and it sure blew up in their face.
So first set of downs now from the 39. It's Marks on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Here we go.
Here's Chubb up the middle. Slide forward Fulton after a couple of yards. Cam Hart's up for the tackle that time. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Broken out, rise the defense back to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're up again chance at fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of the ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
It's far enough, but no good. He sends it just a little bit right. And they are unable to double their lead.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
That was incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air, Herbert. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49.
Good luck defending that short yardage play. It's not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Herbert now. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now following the play, one of the Texans banged up in some pain. We're going to pause as he gets checked on. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And we expect to kick, but keep an eye out. They could give him redemption for the earlier fake attempt. And here we go. It's another fake. It's home to one of the critical offense game as their creativity is rewarded with a turnover on downs.
Well, they tried to fake, but no one was fooled. Defenders saw right through that attempt to sell that punt. Clearly, this squad did their homework this week, and they knew that was coming on 4th down.
Out now come the Texans on offense. They left a few on the table their last time out, Bronx, settling for a field goal trying to miss the mark. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Chubb running out of the gun. And they send it straight ahead with the front stops him after a good 3.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of player that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Following the penalty, Brock, an easier go now. 2nd down and just 2. Now we're up here following the penalty. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. 3rd down, they need 7. Air it out on 3rd. One of the good plays, Brock, is back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And as they get set, Parker, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this round, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurricane. So find a way to possess the ball and more importantly, score some points.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now is training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. It's a design run. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to the mark of the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this 1st down. We're drawing up for it. This is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. Line up the design keeper. stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Move 7 downs. Here we go. First and 10.
That's another Chargers first down.
Quarterback on the lead. So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Delta. Set.
Hampton's high on the left side. And this will complicate matters for third down partner. They're set backwards. He's carrying this, Brock. I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
He's going to stop the other shot at that first down. Calling it yard. That one's fourth down coming up. Punting, get it out now. J.K. Scott will kick it away. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. And off to Chubb, he's going to throw. And he'll pull his way in from the
It's one of those sneaky little reads, Kate, that gives you enough yard to create some doubt to that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Secured by Jaden Higgins. He's going to be brought down right down to 35. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. The first down of Houston.
Okay, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for short yardage, and sometimes teams breaking the right coverage for a much bigger impact play. Just like that.
And the other end is one. The defenders there bring it down. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. And he's got a free play here. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So the deep shot connects and the free play, Brock, made it really easy to climb that offside flag. New set of downs for him, and it starts at the 38. Running it after the penalty. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets 3.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. With too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Texans holding on to a field goal lead. Number 7 on this drive. They need 7 here on 3rd down.
All right.
Looking to throw. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's fallen down a little shy of that first. It's 4 down now. Now you need Fairbairn on now. As we see how he handles this moment. On the right hand, it's a 47-yarder. And his kick is blocked. They go up to the races, middle of the field. He's at the 9. 10. And they scoop up the ball and don't stop until they reach Bader. Now, crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond the field goal. They didn't get it. Oh, the kick is no good. That leaves the door open for a field goal that'll tie this game. establish the point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. He is shaking his head, and he's going to be wondering about that kickoff for a while. Couldn't keep it in the field of play, and the offense gets a gift to begin this drive. Second to pass. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first.
Here we go.
Their 48-yard line.
Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurt their offense to the line.
Gain of 30. First down, Houston.
We'll look to throw it. Right side cut by Higgins. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minutes.
To Jacob Higgins.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything we could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Well, you can't do that. It's got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This will end up as a touchback.
The Chargers take
The
over.
Chargers offense getting set to take over. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Man, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. It almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Bob was like the first down he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Second and 9. At the 36-yard line.
Back to Hampton. He's still going. And finds a little opening, but not much. Picking about 4 on 2nd down.
Houston at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and.
So it's a win for the Texans. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.